Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, July 16th, 2013. This is Jennifer. It was a very busy, productive week for me, which is the first one of those I've had in quite some time. I have been busily redrafting Sunbonnet Sue's Magical Friends, which, as you guys probably know by now, is my sort of unique take on Sunbonnet Sue, and they're all of my little characters are paper piece. They're all magical or magical friends or fairy tales or monsters or whatever. These are the original versions of the monsters, and the new ones are a little bit different. They're basically the same, but I've made a couple small changes to make them easier to piece. But you get the same design. The only real difference is that Dracula doesn't have shoes anymore. So I brought his cloak all the way down to the ground. So I just decided he really, I think, would wear a floor-length cloak. So you don't see his little shoes anymore. Just this weekend, I got the Fairy Tale Femmes completely redone, and on Craftsy you can now buy all of these patterns individually. Before, they were only available in sets and you had to buy the entire set even if you only wanted one pattern. But just because people have asked me to do it so much, I decided to go ahead and split them up, and while I was splitting them up, I decided to update them for 2013. Most of these patterns were designed in 2007, 2008, 2009, so I've redrafted, reintroduced, and updated these patterns for now so they print cleaner and prettier, and they're in full color whenever that's appropriate, which for all of these characters is always appropriate. So these are the Fairy Tale Femmes, and I think you can probably see that from here. We've got Snow White, Rapunzel, Princess and the Pea, Little Mermaid, Cinderella, and Little Red Riding Hood. I also added a bonus block, which is one that I designed when I designed these, but I never released it, which is, I call Cinderella Before the Ball. It's actually Cinderella sweeping out the hearth. I decided to go for a little more magical post-ball action for my Cinderella, and this little gal is running and has lost one of her slippers. Something else I found while I was cleaning out my files, because I have an epic number of files, was this little tree right here, which is from my 2012 Stitched workshop. Stitched is an online classroom environment where you can pay a yearly subscription and you have access to every class that's offered during that year through the Stitched community. In 2012, I taught a paper piecing class, and this is the pattern that we did. It was previously only available to my students through that class. Now you can get this pattern on my Craftsy shop also. Craftsy is always in my, it's in my link under this video. It's going to be pretty much on YouTube, or it's going to be on the sidebar on So Hooked. If you can't find it, just let me know and I will direct you to where you need to go. Incidentally, this design, this castle design, is one of my less expensive quilt, like full quilt patterns. It's called In a Castle, and it has 6 5-inch windows. So you use 5-inch blocks, 5.5-inch unfinished blocks, which the majority of my blocks are 5 inches. You can put any 6 in this castle. So you could put these 6, you could put 6 monsters, 6 fairies, you could put the, the Hogwarts crest with some Harry Potter stuff. You could do whatever you wanted with this. It's simple, it makes a child-sized quilt. And you can also do fussy cut fabric, which I have made a couple like that for Linus. Linus is this Saturday, and I did manage to finish an Afghan that I had started eons ago before the Doctor Who Stitch. This Afghan is my favorite Linus sideways shell pattern, made from a variety of burgundies and cream colored like ecru's and whatnot. When I pulled this out of the bag last week, I had made this much. And I think I started this probably 6 months ago. I don't even remember when I showed it to you guys previously, but it is done now. It has lots of stripes. It's got a nice little shell border. I just need to put my name on it and get the Linus Stitch On label on it, and it will be ready to donate on Saturday. I've been in sort of a crochet mood, so I went ahead and started another Linus sideways shell for the Linus Connection. And Shelly, if you're watching this, this came out of the yarn that you donated to Linus. I had the great honor of sorting a huge donation from a friend that is going to the Linus Connection this Saturday. It's all yarn, and I did pull out some really pretty pink yarn, and I'm using it to crochet this for the Linus Connection. And I don't know if I'll have it done by Saturday, but I will give it a try. This is almost an entire skein of this color of yarn, and then I have a variety of other pinks that I've pulled out that I'm going to put with it, including one more skein of this. I almost forgot, I have one more pattern that I just posted on Craftsy, and it is an updated version of this guy right here. This is one of the first patterns I ever designed to sell way back in like 2006 or 2007. It's a 5-inch Jolly Roger. This bag is actually my free messenger bag tutorial that you can find both on Fandom and Stitches and on Sew Hooked, and it's just turned sideways. So instead of putting the strap this way, I left the end open and I put it that way. So this has actually been my laptop bag for a really long time. It's very, very faded and worn out now, but I have not yet repieced my Jolly Roger, but I just wanted to show you what this guy looks like. And of course, I have a Harry Potter button right there to go along with my Jolly Roger. The other big thing that I've been doing in the last week is helping my daughter get ready for moving out and moving to college next month. We've been sort of accumulating things from around the house. We made a trip to IKEA. We've gotten her extra long twin sheets that she needs for her dorm room. And we've been trying to think of what other odds and ends she might need that might not be something we would have thought of that's not on any list. One of the things that I thought of were pot holders. Her roommate is bringing a microwave, and I have no idea what they'll be cooking in it because she will have a meal plan, but I would rather her not have to use a pair of socks or whatever for her you know, pot holders. And so I have plenty of fabric, I have plenty of batting, and I have plenty of insulated batting. So I picked a couple of fun fabrics and got her approval on them, and I made her 2 pot holders that are sort of unique to her personality and that she will have when she goes to her dorm. This one has cats on it because my daughter loves cats. And I just happened to find this stripe because I just had a little piece of this fabric, but I found this stripe, which I thought went really well with the curtains. So there's a little cat fabric, and then I used this fun homespun on the back, and you can see I just free motion quilted the whole thing. And this I had a fat quarter of that I bought, I think maybe when I was on retreat. And she loves peace symbols. She wears peace symbol earrings, peace symbol necklace, and you know, that kind of thing all the time. And so this was totally just right up her alley. And I also just put some batik scraps on the back of this. You can see where I pieced it there, and then just did some free motion quilting on that. So she's very happy with that. They both have, they're 9.5 inches, and they both have a little tab so she can hang them up. And so these are her very first pot holders that belong just to her. A quick reminder about the July Talk to Me Tuesday challenge. If you have access to filming a video and would like to share Talk to Me Tuesday, post it on ttmt.livejournal.com. In July, there are 5 Tuesdays in July. We've got 3 more. How many more after today? 3 including today. I can count. I can really count. And I will pick a winner from all the people that participate that share their videos on Talk to Me Tuesday. They will get this bag, and I will personalize the contents, and I will put some goodies inside for the winner. Depending on who wins and what kind of crafts they do, I will put some goodies in here. I have all kinds of really awesome stuff to share. So please, so far, besides myself, only 2 other people have posted videos this month, unless I'm just wildly mistaken, and I would love for this to be a big drawing. So you guys have today, the 23rd and the 30th, and I will do the drawing the first Tuesday in. So I didn't actually work on my Doctor Who quilt top this past week with all the other crazy things that I've been doing, but I am going with my daughter tomorrow to pick out border fabric. And as soon as I get that fabric, I can start making Daleks and get the border piece and get the border done. I do want to show you the 9th Doctor who went live last week on Fandom and Stitches. Tomorrow is week 10 of the Fandom and Stitches Doctor Who Stitch Along. There's a lot of excitement in the air about the 10th week, and I will tell you one thing about the pattern. I designed it. That's all I could say. I want to say other things, but you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. So this is my 9th Doctor. He was designed by Alia, who is incredibly talented and I think captured The Ninth Doctor just absolutely perfectly. I mean, look how cheeky he is just leaning against that 9. She couldn't have done any better. I absolutely love this pattern, and I can't wait to get this quilt bordered so that it can actually be a quilt, so that I can not only give it to my daughter but move on to some other things. So that's it. I think I've shown you most of my sewing room today. Don't forget the challenge. Don't forget to visit Craftsy for all of the new individually available patterns. Don't forget to stop by Phantom and Stitches tomorrow for the Doctor Who Stitch Along, week 10. And be sure and be crafty. Have a great week. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.